Hello! Welcome back to ESL Universe. Let's take a break from the vowel sounds that we've been working on and jump right over to one of the consonant sounds today. The sound that I've chosen for today is the M sound. M is a relatively easy sound to make, and we use it a lot in English. It's actually a bit of a lazy sound, and so when we use tones to express different things. In fact, the M sound in English can be used on its own to express agreement, give permission, ask questions, and ask for clarification. Obviously, we use different tones and emphasis on the sound to do these things. So when you hear the M sound alone, you actually need to pay attention to both the sound and the tone. Let's start today by looking at the mouth position that we use when creating the M sound. I personally feel that M is one of the easiest sounds to make because you really don't have to do anything to make it. All you need to do is make sure that your lips stay closed. N is considered a nasal sound. So what that means is that all of this sound is actually coming through your nose, and you are using your lips to block any air from moving out of your mouth. Because of this, you just leave your lips resting together, and the position of your tongue really doesn't matter. So let's talk about how the M sound can be used on its own to communicate a thought between speakers in English. As I've mentioned before, English speakers are really lazy. They don't want to do any more work than they have to. And so they'll make this sound without doing anything else, simply using different tones to indicate what their thoughts are. For example, if someone is communicating an idea or a thought to you, and you want to agree with what they're saying, or even just acknowledge what they're saying without interrupting them, you can say, This doesn't interrupt the speaker, but it does show the speaker that you are still listening. Notice that when I am acknowledging what somebody else has said, I'm also using some body language. In this case, I'm nodding my head just a little bit. Usually when we are speaking in English, there's some kind of body language that goes along with our thoughts, and it helps express what we're feeling along with the language that we're using. So when I say, I'm also nodding my head to show that agreement or acknowledgement. Another example is if someone has just asked you a question and maybe you didn't quite understand what they said or what they meant. You can kind of raise your eyebrows a little bit and go, This communicates to the speaker that you didn't quite understand, and they might repeat the question. Please note that this is a very informal way to ask for clarification, and it should only be used in informal situations. A third way that this sound can be used is if you have just been asked for permission to do something. For example, let's say that you're working and one of your kids runs up to you to ask a question. Let's pretend that you're actually okay with what they're asking you. You can just say, It's a very short sound that doesn't require a lot of emphasis, and it doesn't require you to break your concentration to tell your child that you agree with that they can do what they're asking. However, again, keep in mind that this would only be used in informal circumstances. Expressing agreement is very similar to giving permission in that you still say However, the context is different. Once again, of course, this is used in informal situations, and you probably wouldn't want to do this if you're really wanting this listener to know that you're paying attention to them. So now that we've talked about how the M sound can be used on its own to express different thoughts and opinions, let's look at how it is used in different words. The M sound can come at the beginning, middle, or end of a word. However, it seems to be the most difficult to pronounce at the end of a word for English learners. So pay particular attention to what it sounds like when it comes at the end of the word and make sure you practice it. Ultimately, what you need to remember to do is to keep your mouth closed and just to make sure that the sound is coming through your nose. Let's look at some examples. Man, mummy, my, match, maybe, mad, money, most, move, mask, woman, lemon, stomach. Example: promise, human, climate, marshmallow, trumpet, limit, dream, storm, from, warm, exam, cream, museum, wisdom, am, him. How does that sound feel? Remember that if the M comes at the end of the word, you need to make sure that your lips stay closed until the sound is complete. Don't forget to keep practicing, and as always, remember to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a video. If you'd like, you can also follow me on Facebook to make sure that you get all of the tips and tricks that I will provide there. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any ideas for what you would like to see in the next video. Bye for now.